What moves and motivates you? Is it a burning desire to be great? To have the very best that life has to offer? Or is it the pursuit of happiness and the well being of family and loved ones? Hi, I'm Tina Santoro, the author of the Yonan Bo Saga series, a fantasy series that blends mythology, world history, and epic storytelling. If you're fascinated by characters consisting of depth with meaningful purpose and love exploring their hidden desires, then stick around. Today, I'm excited to start the beginning of a series of videos where I'll be exploring the key characters from the pages of the Yonan Bo Saga series. Follow me as I provide key insights into these characters by taking a closer look into their birth symbols and life lessons. See what moves and motivates them. You'll learn additional key information that inspire the characters while I share details found within the books. So let's get started. G-Mon was inspired by Littlefinger, Peter Baelish of A Song of Ice and Fire series by George R. R. Martin, of which I'm a huge fan. I wanted a similar character in a way that was cold and calculating, someone with power but not his own. So this character would be free to move in the shadows. That's where G-Mon's brother Talbot comes in. He's the one that does all the dirty work, allowing G-Mon to remain clean in the eyes of the residents of the great city. Readers of the Yonan Bo Saga series will witness G-Mon's ascension to the seat of power. But how did G-Mon get there? Let's take a deeper dive into his backstory. But first, we'll look at his birth symbol and his truth lessons to gain a better understanding of his identity and desires. G-Mon's birth sign is the worm moon. They are complex people with unique views and reactions to most things. They enjoy spending time alone and being able just to relax, but are often very busy and might not have the time to dedicate to the one thing that they would like to. They are often found new ways to absorb knowledge by soaking in different stories and pieces of information, sitting back, taking it all in without feeling obligated to pay attention to anything else in the world around them. Life lessons. By living a life in balance, a person will be eligible to be granted access to the forever resting place after death, a promise of the Mother Goddess Peace. Truth lessons, that which one must seek for life to be in balance. Life lesson, what one must learn by concentrated study to live in balance. The pitfalls, life lessons one must be mindful of to avoid in order to live life in balance. G-Mon's specific life lessons. Truth lesson, grateful. He must learn to be grateful and show appreciation towards other people. Life lesson, shame and disgrace. He must learn humility and to show compassion. Pitfalls, pride and envy, traits that will stand in his way and therefore must be avoided. G-Mon is the eldest of three siblings, born from the spirit mates Bello and Elise. He has a younger brother, Talbot, and a sister, Prude, who is the youngest. Matthew, Rodarhar's father, was the head ruler at the time. G-Mon's father, Bello, was planning to lead a rebellion to overthrow Matthew because of whispers from servants of Matthew of his behavior in private. During this time, commanded by his father, G-Mon befriends Rodarhar. From this friendship, G-Mon was able to learn what had been transpiring during Matthew's rule. He, in turn, then told his father about the several indiscretions that he discovered. With the knowledge, Bello convinced the people to demand the removal of Matthew. A peaceful transfer of power followed, and Bello became the next head ruler. Bello had plans like no other before him. He had visions of a city inhabitants excelling in artistic ways, becoming elite within each job and skill set. He formulated plans for a reward system, working on ways to implement the initiative. However, he must also continue the traditions of the past, knowing them to be important to the people, one of them being the daughter-wife ceremony. The healers come from this union if a child is born. Two such children were Yonan Bo and Kino Lo. They are considered to be half-brothers of G-Mon and his siblings. Events unfold during Bello's time with Kino Lo's mother. Some say she was the most beautiful woman ever known, and if not for her, Bello may still be alive. Instead, he was murdered by the clothier who was promised to wed Kino Lo's mother. After these incidents, the people call out for Robu, the grandson of a former head ruler, to lead them. He soon is known as the Executioner. He slew all the individuals involved in the plot against Bello. This included those directly responsible for the poisoning and also extended to others connected into the conspiracy, such as Kinolo's mother, after Kinolo was born. Robu was also the father of Rainanshi and Sonanshi. During this time, G-Mon had romantical interest in one of the serving women in charge of the care of Robu's main spirit wife, Caspi. This woman was none other than Mislo. G-Mon is sent on a mission to site Elflu. When he returns, Mislo is wed to someone else, a mere wall worker Walpoo. G-Mon is furious. He curses Robu for sending him away. Despite this, Robu's rule followed the reign of Nathu, known as the Opener of Gates, for allowing the people of the collapsed city of Avalazon into the great city. Robu continued to govern in a city that now included this new population. After an encounter with some new people from Avalazon, the entire household of the head ruler falls ill, succumbing to a strange new ailment, now called the Shi. The people of the great city panic. As a result, all of the bodies, everything else, was burned to avoid the spread of the deadly disease. Following these tragic events, the people call for a new vote for head ruler. Ming Yuhua, the head healer, put forth Sato, Nathu's son that was being groomed to lead, although Nathu had older children. The people put forth another name, that of G-Mon, but in the end, Sato won and was voted in as head ruler. He ruled for 3 years before a tragic event happened outside of the walls of the great city, where a new city would be constructed. Kaimiri, the new head healer, could not save Sato. He died, bleeding to death from several deep puncture wounds caused by a wild beast. Afterward, Rodohar assumed rule without vote. He stated that he would complete his brother's dream of the new city. He appointed his long childhood friend G-Mon as the city Adjutu to help him oversee all important matters within the city. Rodohar has ruled for 3 years prior to the start of Book 1, when the walls crumbled down. Ever since losing the vote to Sato, G-Mon's become obsessed with finding a way to fulfill his father's dream and desires for the city. A dream that G-Mon will see through to fruition, even if now it must be done through the current head ruler, Rodohar. Rodohar appoints G-Mon as the Adjutu, the one who will carry out all the ruler's orders, the very position that will enable him to see to his own plans. The ability to absorb knowledge from several sources is used to its full advantage and will be the key if G-Mon is able to succeed. From this information gained, he is able to maneuver quickly with the aid of his brother and personal guard Talbot, always by his side, the two acting one way or another to head off any miscalculated moves. He does so without feeling obligated to the results. After all, Rotohar is the one in charge. He holds a deep animosity for his healer brothers, especially Kino Lo, whom he holds responsible in some way for Bello's death. This extends to the entire healer community, though not to the same level. At the beginning of Book 1, the reader will discover that G-Mon still has not mastered his life lesson of shame and disgrace. Also, he has not learned humility in order to show compassion. Will he be able to do so by the time Book 2 starts? Due to events that no one could possibly predict, G-Mon is often very busy and might not have the time to dedicate to the one thing that he would like to, his father's plan. But the reader will soon discover nothing will stop him from reaching his goals. Again, his ability to formulate new ways to apply the information absorbed from different stories and pieces of information will be vital to his success, especially when one of the groups sent out to explore in Book 1 returns home. As the story progresses, the reader witnesses G-Mon's effectiveness to skillfully outsmart those around him, putting every effort into reaching his ultimate desire. Just how far will he go? The third book follows Yonan Bo's storyline as he goes deep within a vision dream. Although G-Mon is briefly mentioned in the prologue, he's not seen by the reader. Temko, son of a previous love interest, Mislo. Mislo has two sons born several years apart. G-Mon forms a bond based on respect with the eldest, Temko. Because of it, he also grows close to the younger child, Lunnin. The two develop a special friendship, one that G-Mon, of course, uses to its advantage. However, there is an even deeper, shocking connection between G-Mon and Temko that is slowly revealed as books 1 and 2 progress. Aspen Yu, the head Horyu. Her disdain for G-Mon shifts over time. Forced to work together, he soon cannot escape her beauty, finding her irresistible. The reader will witness their budding romance as the story progresses. She will be able to teach him one of the life lessons to be grateful. Will he be able to learn how to show appreciation towards others? Nazarf, G-Mon's personal assistant for the past 3 years. Close friends with the wall worker Walpu and with the head healer Kaimi Ri. G-Mon feels towards Nazarf loyalties are put to the test when he discovers Nazarf snooping around his personal desk, a place Nazarf knew to be forbidden to him. The reader will discover what G-Mon is capable of when he feels betrayed, and the lengths he will go to remove any obstacle in his way. Yet to come. Within books 4 and 5. Work in progress. What will happen during the spring? Will G-Mon be able to complete the dream of Bello? Will his relationship with Yonan Bo alter his plans, especially when the secrets of the Moon Bow warrior are revealed? Up next, I'll introduce you to another one of the key characters, Kaimi Ri. Be sure to hit the subscribe and set the notifications on. You don't want to miss exploring his role as a head healer and discover how his birth symbol has molded him. Before you go, let me know in the comments. Which do you think G-Mon is? A love to hate or a hate to love type of character? Let's start the conversation. One more thing. I'll be exhibiting at the Los Angeles Festival of Books on April 26th and 27th, a date that is quickly approaching. The weekend is jam-packed with events. For more information along with the schedule of the events, click the link below. You can find me listed in the exhibitor section. So if you happen to be in the Los Angeles area, please consider stopping by. I'll be in the green row, booth 823. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.